The narrative centers around Woo Jin, a man grappling with a rare condition. Each morning he wakes up looking different than he did the day before, prompting him to discreetly leave the woman he's been with the night before, to avoid her discovering him as a different person. The clothes Woo Jin wore yesterday no longer fit him, a peculiar yet familiar occurrence he has grown accustomed to over time. Despite its strangeness, this reality is fine with him, as he has finally grown used to the constant changes. Woo Jin learns to embrace this unique aspect of his life, where each dawn ushers in a new identity characterized by diverse ages, genders, and nationalities. Interestingly, his condition even extends to linguistic abilities, enabling him to speak different languages based on his daily appearance. Despite the ever-changing external facade, he remains true to himself, gradually adapting to the reflection of a different face each morning. To meticulously document his daily metamorphoses, Woo Jin diligently films himself on his computer, grappling with the ongoing challenge of adapting to diverse personas, navigating changes in body, eyesight, and voice. His extensive collection of clothes, shoes, and toiletries serves as a comprehensive array, catering to the diverse spectrum of body types he encounters. As a furniture maker and designer, Woo Jin operates in solitude, a choice that perfectly aligns with his condition, conducted entirely online. Interestingly, he doesn't need to show his face, and everything is managed virtually. He only communicates through Sangbeek, who knows about his rare condition. In collaboration with Sangbeek, Woo Jin co-manages ALX, a furniture company specializing in exclusive bespoke pieces. While Woo Jin serves as the creative force behind the designs, Sangbeek takes charge of manufacturing and sales. This strategic arrangement affords Woo Jin the privacy necessary to conceal his distinct condition from the prying eyes of others. Despite Woo Jin's online existence, Sangbeek takes an active role in introducing him to various social settings, including bars, to meet women. In these encounters, Woo Jin shows himself differently, assuming various faces, personalities, and occupations. However, Sangbeek, despite orchestrating scenarios to attract women, has surprisingly little success in forming connections. In a twist of events, a woman becomes genuinely intrigued by Woo Jin and decides to spend the night with him. However, the narrative takes an unexpected turn when Woo Jin wakes up the next morning to find himself transformed into an old man. In a dramatic flashback, Woo Jin vividly recalls the first occurrence of his unique condition. On his 18th birthday, the startling revelation unfolds that he wakes up each morning with a different face and body. Initially perplexed and disoriented, he shares this life-altering discovery with his mother, Mun-suk. The emotional impact is evident as Mun-suk, too, sheds tears and issues an apology. This condition disrupts Woo Jin's education, forcing him to drop out, and impedes his ability to lead a normal life, while his friends move forward with their own pursuits. In a crucial moment, Sangbeek arrives at Woo Jin's house. Initially unaware of the situation, Sangbeek is eventually informed by Woo Jin himself. In a rather unexpected twist, Sangbeek reacts positively, laughing off the revelation, and their friendship continues undeterred. However, when Woo Jin transforms into a woman, Sangbeek humorously suggests sharing a bed for the sake of their friendship, leading to a playful altercation. The plot thickens as Sangbeek contemplates quitting his job due to his company copying Woo Jin's designs. In response, Woo Jin devises a brilliant solution to safeguard their unique creations. They conceive the idea of customized furniture designs under the company name ALX, capitalizing on the belief that different people sit differently. This venture proves successful, attracting numerous buyers. In a subsequent development, Woo Jin, driven by the desire to protect their designs, embarks on a quest for knobs for their furniture. The storyline takes a captivating turn as Woo Jin's journey intersects with Yisu, a stunning woman employed at a furniture store. Captivated by her beauty, intelligence, and kindness, Woo Jin feels an irresistible pull towards her. To his surprise, Yisu is already familiar with ALX, adding an unexpected connection to their encounters. Enchanted by Yisu, Woo Jin becomes a frequent visitor to the store, assuming different personas during each visit. Despite his ever-changing appearances, Yisu consistently treats him with warmth and kindness, attributing it to his status as a customer. While contemplating the idea of asking her out, Woo Jin hesitates, considering it an impossible feat. However, when the transformation occurs, his desire to be someone more than just a customer takes precedence. Anticipating the day he wakes up as a handsome man, Woo Jin summons the courage to extend an invitation to Yisu. Expressing a desire for a sushi date, Woo Jin faces initial rejection. Undeterred, he persistently tries to convince her, emphasizing the urgency of the moment. Despite Yisu's initial reservations about safety, Woo Jin provides his complete address and social security number to alleviate her concerns. Convinced by his sincerity, Yisu relents, no longer resisting the idea of going out with him. Their rendezvous at the ALX factory fulfills Yisu's admiration for the company's products. Despite her love for the items, she never receives an email back from ALX. During their time at the factory, they enjoy sushi, and Yisu appreciates the experience. When Woo Jin plays music, Yisu has a sudden idea for furniture, suggesting the incorporation of a speaker activated by a touch button. The date concludes on a positive note as Woo Jin drops Yisu off at her place. Her parents notice her return with a man, sparking curiosity. That night they exchange messages, with Woo Jin asking her out again at the same time. Their series of dates continue, with Woo Jin sacrificing sleep to maintain a consistent appearance. During one date, they listen to music, discussing the wonders of wood. Yisu surprises Woo Jin with her knowledge about a song, and they connect on a deeper level. Finally, Woo Jin reveals that he is the actual designer of the furniture. Later, Sang-beek arrives, and Yisu and Woo Jin hide while Sang-beek makes a fool of himself. Despite the deepening connection, Woo Jin's sleep deprivation worsens. They have several more meetings, and during one farewell, Woo Jin catches up to Yisu and suggests they grab breakfast. Yisu agrees, and during breakfast, Woo Jin finally kisses her. Yisu later hangs out with her sister, who gives her a female condom. Yisu expresses her admiration for Woo Jin, acknowledging him as an amazing man. However, bad news strikes when Woo Jin, having fallen asleep, wakes up as someone else one day. This prompts him to cancel their date, fearing he might startle Yisu. Despite this, Yisu continues calling him, but Woo Jin decides to end things with her. To remain close, he pretends to be a customer, and Yisu persists in trying to make contact with him. Unable to resist, Woo Jin eventually reaches out, impressing Yisu's boss with a custom-made furniture piece. The table incorporates a special feature that connects to the phone as a speaker, precisely what she discussed with Woo Jin earlier. In an effort to remain close, Woo Jin takes on a part-time role as a girl at Yisu's workplace. He captures Yisu's interest by skillfully balancing a table with coins. Yisu approaches him, and he introduces himself as Kik-yeon. Their friendship flourishes, leading to a dinner invitation and a visit to the ALX factory. Summoning courage, Woo Jin decides to unveil his true identity and condition, sharing recorded videos on his laptop documenting his thoughts about Yisu, their dinner talks, and common interests. This catches Yisu's attention, until she sees the Woo Jin she initially knew. Woo Jin reveals his real condition, to Yisu's total disbelief. He admits his feelings for Yisu, and shows her the ring they bought together. However, Yisu struggles to believe him, perceiving it as an epic and cruel prank. Despite Woo Jin's attempt to provide more evidence, she demands no further contact and storms out, leaving Woo Jin heartbroken. In despair, Woo Jin contemplates his situation. Yisu, on the other hand, decides to research the possibility of people transforming into different appearances, contemplating the reality of Woo Jin's condition. At this point, she starts missing him and contemplating the truth, with the table he gifted her becoming a daily reminder. Later, a customer approaches her looking for very specific furniture, but she mistakes him as Woo Jin. Eventually, she confronts him, visiting his home to seek clarity. Having taken on a Japanese female persona, Woo Jin opens the door and lets her in. They share a meal with the woman speaking Japanese, which Yisu fortunately understands. As they talk, Woo Jin admits his liking for Yisu. Yisu suggests that they sleep together, not in the way you might be thinking, but side by side, to see if Woo Jin is telling the truth. Yisu inquires about when the transformations happen. Before sleeping, Woo Jin details coping mechanisms and reveals his 29-year-old reality. Despite having made peace with his condition, meeting Yisu has heightened the challenges. He admits attempting to keep his distance, but he can't resist their connection and is truly attracted to Yisu. He expresses the desire to see her again. Yisu, empathizing, touches Woo Jin's skin. The following day, Yisu wakes up to find the same girl from their dinner, who hasn't changed his appearance yet. She explores Woo Jin's apartment and discovers a diverse collection of clothes, shoes, accessories, a feet measurer, and even specs, adapting to his hyper-changing personalities. This is indeed an expensive way to live. Later, Woo Jin wakes up, now transformed into a man. Witnessing this, she finally believes his story and begins accepting him for who he is. Woo Jin himself is also surprised that she encounters the same girl on different days. They continue their daily rendezvous, exploring various places and indulging in light-hearted conversations. Woo Jin even gets a tattoo in one of his appearances. In Yisu's companionship, Woo Jin discovers solace, breaking free from the cycle of loneliness. However, Yisu expresses her intent to get used to meeting different strangers. When asked about the face Woo Jin hates, it is when he becomes a kid. In the following days, he transforms into a kid. Every day as they hang out, they grow closer, and Woo Jin realizes what a nice person Yisu is, despite his changing appearance. Yisu wants something to remember Woo Jin by. Woo Jin holds Yisu's hand in a certain manner so Yisu will know it is him. Yisu brings food to Woo Jin, prepared by her father. Sang-beek calls, complaining that Woo Jin hasn't created a new line for their brand. Woo Jin goes to the office with Yisu accompanying him. They discuss the need for a new functional furniture line that complements the speaker table. Promising to refocus on work, Woo Jin concentrates on the task at hand. Yisu suggests something brilliant again, surprising Woo Jin. She proposes starting the second ADX line with standardized sizes at moderate prices, making ALX more accessible. This is a departure from their usual high-end, customized pieces. Contrary to expectations, Woo Jin and Sang-beek enthusiastically embrace this novel idea. Woo Jin creates a sofa and invites Yisu to sit. Later, Sang-beek mentions Yisu's studio having a party, but Sang-beek initially refuses the invite, citing their secretive nature and preference for parties with hot girls. However, they ultimately agree to attend. Woo-jin is eagerly anticipated by the boss, who is curious to meet Yisu's ALX boyfriend. She expresses her anticipation, mentioning that everyone has a date except her. The boss highlights the challenge of various descriptions of Yisu's boyfriend circulating in their workplace, adding pressure to Yisu. The boss even suggests that Yisu should find a new man if Woo-jin stands her up. On the day of the event, Woo-jin wakes up as an elderly woman, causing irritation. Initially considering showing up as Yisu's grandma, he abandons the idea, opting to go to sleep instead. In his prayers, he asks to be a man again, and his prayers are answered. He wakes up as a good-looking guy, capturing everyone's attention. A hand holds Yisu, revealing that it's Woo-jin in yet another different face. He introduces himself to Yisu's boss, leaving her impressed. Sang-beek joins them, providing insight into Woo-jin's rare condition. Sang-beek reveals that Woo-jin bought a love chair, causing embarrassment. However, Sang-beek advises Yisu not to hurt Woo-jin, emphasizing that he's a very nice guy. Liberated from co-workers' inquiries, Woo-jin and Yisu thoroughly enjoy the party. After leaving the party and Sang-beek, they head to Woo-jin's home and make use of the love chair. Later, Yisu's sister discovers videos and photos of different men and people with Yisu on her phone. The following day, Woo-jin takes Yisu to meet his mother, Mun-suk, at her crochet shop. Mun-suk teaches her to knit. As Woo-jin takes care of a customer, Mun-suk and Yisu are left to talk. Mun-suk expresses delight at her son discovering a life partner, extending her best wishes, while cautioning them not to inflict harm upon each other. Despite the lovey-dovey moments and the prospect of a happy ending, tensions arise in Yisu's mind. Her friends are noticing her with different men. Initially, Yisu shrugs it off, but when Woo-jin calls and asks her to find him among other people, relationship problems begin. In a moment where Woo-jin unknowingly upsets Yisu by holding her hand with a new face, he sincerely apologizes and commits to avoiding a recurrence. Yisu, royally pissed, confronts him. Woo-jin, realizing his oversight, apologizes again sincerely over the phone. In the middle of the night, Yisu visits Woo-jin, still acting annoyed. However, all is forgiven, and Yisu spends the night. The next morning, she wakes up beside Woo-jin as a different persona, and we can sense the creeping doubt in Yisu's mind. She leaves him while he's still sleeping. At a crucial juncture, Sang-beek suggests, albeit passively, the idea of living together with Yisu, or even proposing to her. Motivated by his friend's encouragement, Woo-jin contemplates the idea and decides it's time to take the next step. He meticulously crafts a customized ring for her. Meanwhile, things take a downturn for Yisu. She starts experiencing forgetfulness and a decline in her acuity at work. The boss calls her to her office as rumors circulate about Yisu being seen with a different man daily, negatively impacting her mental well-being and reputation. Although initially dismissive, she can't ignore the growing pressure. To cope with stress, anxiety, and insomnia, she turns to pills. Concerned about her mental health, Yisu consults a doctor and mentions her relationship. She requests to tape the conversation, due to her increasing forgetfulness. Woo-jin and Yisu meet up for dinner and wine. While enjoying their time together, Yisu expresses a wish that Woo-jin will never change. When Woo-jin brings up the topic of marriage, Yisu, amid her struggles, expresses reluctance. During the ride, Yisu wonders if Woo-jin is angry, but Woo-jin reassures her that he's not. He opens up about his feelings, yet Yisu perceives it as his being self-centered. In a truth bomb moment, Woo-jin learns that Yisu needs time to acclimate to his ever-changing identity. She articulates the challenges of introducing him to her parents, revealing a perspective gap that unsettles Woo-jin. Meanwhile, Yisu continues her visits to the doctor, sharing her thought process about dating Woo-jin. Holding his hand feels like holding a stranger's, and she struggles to get used to him. The unfamiliarity feels unnatural, and she convinces herself that it's not yet the Woo-jin she knows. When asked if she wants to end the relationship, she expresses concern that Woo-jin might not survive without her, despite her feeling she is crazy. The doctor advises open communication with Woo-jin to prevent the situation from worsening and manifesting physically. During a car ride, Yisu suddenly feels dizzy. Overwhelmed, Yisu consumes a high dosage of pills, leading to hospitalization. Woo-jin discovers she had been taking risperidone for her mental health, and finds an audio message from her psychiatrist advising a break from their interactions. Stunned, Woo-jin questions whether he failed to perceive Yisu's silent suffering. Amidst his emotional turmoil, Woo-jin seeks comfort from Mun-suk, who foresaw such a challenge arising sooner or later. They shift the topic to Yisu's situation. Mun-suk confides in Woo-jin, providing reassurance that Yisu will be alright as long as they are not together. Perplexed by this statement, Woo-jin seeks clarification. Mun-suk unveils a surprising revelation about her relationship with Woo-jin's father, who also grappled with the same condition. Despite her being deeply in love with Woo-jin's father, their relationship faced damaging gossip and accusations of promiscuity, leading to his sudden disappearance. This revelation unfolds during Mun-suk's pregnancy with Woo-jin, and she receives a letter from Woo-jin's father explaining his departure, citing concern for Mun-suk's well-being. The uncertainty surrounding his father's whereabouts and the emotional toll on Mun-suk leave Woo-jin contemplating whether he should also distance himself from Lee-soo for her own well-being. As days pass, Woo-jin finds himself deeply pondering the complexities of their relationship. Despite the happiness of meeting Lee-soo every day with different faces, he recognizes that Lee-soo never minds the constant changes. This realization leads him to question whether they can truly live a normal and happy life together. He contemplates the notion that love, while beautiful, can also complicate and disrupt rather than fix everything. Woo-jin seeks advice from Mun-suk on what course of action to take. After Lee-soo is released from the hospital, Woo-jin invites her to the studio for a final meeting before her plans with friends. In a poignant moment, he crafts a unique chair for her to try. As snow falls outside, Woo-jin senses Lee-soo's anticipation and decides to initiate the breakup, believing it's the right decision for her well-being. He implores her to stop taking pills and fades away from her life. This heartbreaking decision definitely devastates Lee-soo, and she seeks solace in the chair, crying to her sister Yoon-soo. In the aftermath, Lee-soo reflects on the void left by Woo-jin, and though life seems to carry on, the memories linger. Years later, Lee-soo achieves the milestone of sleeping without pills, but remains yearning for Woo-jin. She keeps photos in the ring, a constant reminder of their time together. When her boss shows furniture designs from a Czech website, Lee-soo recognizes Woo-jin's unmistakable style. Suspecting him as the designer, she confronts Sang-beek, but he dismisses her coldly, refusing to provide information about Woo-jin's whereabouts. The presence of a cargo box from the Czech Republic in his office only strengthens Lee-soo's conviction that Woo-jin is residing there. Back at home, Lee-soo asks her father if he misses their mother. He responds, expressing that what he truly misses is the prospect of growing old together. Lee-soo acknowledges that the emotional toll of being away from Woo-jin surpasses the impact of gossip. Lee-soo, having finally decided that he needs Woo-jin, decides to travel all the way to the Czech Republic. On the other side of the world in Prague, Woo-jin has a solitary life dedicated to crafting furniture. Sang-beek's attempts to message him prove futile due to the language barrier, now that Woo-jin is a foreigner. Unexpectedly, the doorbell rings, and Woo-jin receives a surprise visit from Lee-soo. Woo-jin is now a Korean man. At the provided website address, an unfamiliar Korean denies any knowledge of Woo-jin. Persistent, Lee-soo requests to explore the furniture collection for her store. Inside, she notices shoes of varied sizes and genders, confirming the man's identity as Woo-jin. Despite her shaky voice, Lee-soo talks to him about his work, expressing her love and declaring her intent to spend the rest of her life with him. In his current form, Woo-jin confesses his reluctance to risk making her unwell again. Lee-soo, resilient in the face of challenges, insists that being without him hurts much more. Their emotional admission brings forth tears, and after composing themselves, they take a stroll through the picturesque capital of the Czech Republic. Lee-soo articulates her acceptance of his daily transformations and professes her love for the essence of Kim Woo-jin within him. She reveals that she has watched him transform while he was sleeping, initially scared, but ultimately grateful. Lee-soo bravely proposes to Woo-jin, who jokes, but then brings out a ring crafted specifically for her. Though happy, Lee-soo desires a proper proposal. The montage of Woo-jin's changing appearances unfolds before he kisses Lee-soo. As the credits roll, the story isn't quite over. In a post-credits scene, we find closure for Mun-suk and Woo-jin's father. In Mun-suk's shop, she expresses anger and fear about their child, now Woo-jin, turning out like him. Woo-jin's father, who has been watching from afar, expresses a desire to be with them. Mun-suk asks if they can be together, and they hold hands.